Ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest, and it's all about liberty. The A Show.
Where smart is the new sexy.
And now, April Hunter.
Hello, all my beautiful people. Welcome, welcome. So, welcome, Lady Liberty Libby. So, I'll admit I screwed up. I messed up the time. So, Miss Libby cannot spend as much time with us on this particular show as we would like to, but we want to have her back. So, being as though we don't have a lot of time, we're just going to jump right into it with her.
Yeah,
Okay,
head first,
I
right into
love
the
that.
wall.
Let's go.
So Libby is really, really smart and an excellent deep dive researcher about a
Thank
lot
you.
of things. And lately, I've been a huge fan of her Instagram page and everything you're digging up on all the financial stuff that's coming. And one of the reasons I wanted to have you on is because this is not my area of expertise, and I was wondering if you might know, might be able to give people an idea of what's coming and
Mhm,
how to protect themselves,
mhm.
and what to watch out for.
Wow. Okay. Well, first, thank you very much. I'm really sorry that we have to cut it short. I don't want you to blame yourself. It's just, I swear to you, if you go through some of the other podcasts that I've done, I feel like almost every single one, there's been a technical issue. Every single one. I'm like, I
Wonder what
promise,
that's about.
right? I've had
Yeah,
this
right.
account that you found is account like number 15 or 20 or something. So I've been at this for a while. But I feel like what changed, and I feel like I need to kind of just say this because it's part of why I have the Instagram that I do right now. Because it didn't look that way. If you scroll all the way at the bottom, I promise you, it looks totally different the first like three, four, five rows. And then all of a sudden it changes because I had what some people call near-death experience last year, May
Mm.
19th of last year. And so without getting too much into it because of lack of time, um, everything that I have shared in regards to the 2045 agenda, the Russian Initiative 2045, has came to me because of that night and because I'm here now. Like this is very much um, part of my big purpose in being sent back here and not being allowed entrance into the beautiful castle that's there. It's there. Like it's very much there. I get really excited when I talk about it, but it's very much there. So in terms of finances, I'm not a financial advisor. Like I want everybody to really understand that. I don't have any fancy letters or numbers after my name. If people knew where the Lady Liberty came from, it was like an elementary bullying thing. Um, I'm just a mom. Like I'm really ultimately, I'm a first generation American woman. I'm Jewish by birth. I'm a big, gigantic believer in Jesus Christ. I personally do not, and I don't say this to discourage people what I'm about to say, but I don't personally, after the year that I've had, um, I don't personally believe that what has unfolded for some of us over the last 3 years, for a lot of people over the last 10, 20, 30 years, even longer, as long as I've been alive. I just feel like there's been some sort of just shift, so to speak, in humanity as a whole, where we are heading towards what the Bible describes as the end of the age, or what
Mm-hmm.
we call the end times. And so for me, I very, very much believe that although there may be people that will have some good intentions behind their insanity, um, like the CBDC, there's a lot of people that are pushing this that don't understand where it's going to lead us to 100% for sure, in my personal opinion.
Right. And for people who
And
don't know
they
what that is,
also,
that's a digital bank currency.
Mm-hmm.
it's a central bank digital currency,
Yeah.
right? That's going to be different from what's going to end up happening with cryptocurrencies. And I don't want to get too deep into it because honestly, it's not my area of expertise. I feel like my area of expertise, if I had to pick, because my husband's asked me this so many damn times, and I'm like, I don't know. Until finally, I feel like if I had to pick an area of expertise, it's the truth.
Yeah.
Like that's it. It's just the truth when it comes to everything. Everything. I want to know the truth about where I came from. It's not a monkey. It's Jesus Christ. I'm made in the image of God. And so because, it's the truth. Like it's just the truth. That's what I want to know. Um, so one thing led me to another and led me to another and led me to another. Things like germ theory versus terrain theory, which actually has a lot to do, if you actually start to study it, understand it, why everything else has kind of happened the way it has over the last 100+ years. Because everything that we're watching happen going on today there's been little pieces of the puzzle that have been put and laid out over the last 100+ years, like literally, quite literally. It's been traced back that long. What I know that's coming is based off of the research I've done. It doesn't come all from Libby's head. I'm not that smart. I just feel like I have been gifted with a good discernment.
I was about to say that.
And I feel like, I joke, my husband sometimes will be like, I'll have like a repetitive dream. And if I have it enough times, I start to really pay a lot of attention to it, which I feel like, don't most people do that? If you dreamt the same thing repeatedly for days, right, months, years maybe, wouldn't you start to kind of be like, maybe there's something here? And so I've just accepted that part of my gift is I get to see little pieces of what's coming. But that doesn't mean that I know how to fix it, because people often will come to me like, well, then what do we do? I'm like, I'm so sorry that you want me to give you some amazing solution
Knowledge
that
is
no one
power.
else has been able to come with. Right. But my solution is what we're doing. Like literally my life is right now is what the solution that was given to me May 19th last year when I was being transported to the emergency room in an ambulance, having my heart stopped so I wouldn't have another heart attack because my heart rate was skyrocketing. So for me, what I see coming is the central bank digital currency is going to be enacted. Like it's going to end up being part of the digital beast system. That's really how I see it. The central bank digital currencies are what they're going to use that's going to be linked. I've been saying this for so long that even for me now seeing this over the last year, like, and finding all the bits and pieces to like, because people need so much proof to see something. And even after you show them proof or they hear something out of a man's mouth, they still really want to be like, but that can't be true. But it's because of this and that. And
and I will
like
say that, Libby, you back
earlier.
all your research up with the papers and the
Absolutely.
patents and the stuff from JP Morgan Chase. And if you go to what is your social media?
My main Instagram account now, is lady.liberty.libby. That's my main page. That was a backup to a different page that now has
because you've been labeled misinformation and disinformation, which is usually a sign of having credit now, street cred. So
I have one backup page right now, but really what I've been hoping and praying to do is to I started a Patreon finally because so many people had asked me where I was going to move to. Where is it safe? Because there's lots of maps. There's lots of maps that will link to you with the maps where the central bank digital currencies are going to first be tested at least. Well, likely where they're going to be tested is where they're going to first roll out. Because that's the pattern that they have shown me from the research I have done personally with Event 201, with all this other stuff that they've done with the mask, with the 5G towers that are going to they're going to upgrade them to 6G very soon. So the central bank digital currencies are going to be linked to the digital ID. I mentioned this like last year when I first found the Fed Now system, which is about to the Fed Now system, which is about to be
launched.
Be launched into the public, the full public, July 1st. But they made this announcement. I think I found the announcement in like September, I want to say, and I was like, this is America's social credit score system. That's what this is. Like, make no mistake about it. That's what this is going to be. And lo and behold, a year later, and there was a quick little, I tried to do as quick as I could, like a 5-minute or something summary that I did, kind of just recapping from my research, right? And then what I feel and have seen is coming, what's going to end up happening, right? And so that was like 5 minutes or something. That was a few months ago. One of the things I said, this was right after the Ohio train derailment, and after I broke all that stuff down. And then I mentioned, like, we're going to see, so if you go according to what they have told us, air pollution on WEEF's website is the #1 threat to humanity, is air pollution. It's no longer
Right.
COVID.
And incidentally,
It's air
today
pollution.
it's through the roof right now in the Midwest
Right?
and
It's
starting to go in
amazing.
Portugal and Europe. Yeah.
Right, of course. So then there's a lot of little pieces, right? I have to get going soon. So there's, but I'm going not because I don't want to do this, because I've committed to going to church on Wednesday nights. So in this new area that we just, moved to. So there's like, World Economic Forum has clearly stated that air pollution is the next threat, right? They've also said very clearly that there's going to be a climate lockdown. Like they've mentioned like the threat of the climate and then lockdown. And it's kind of like, to me, like a compound word. Like you can see them, how they could lock them into each other. And then there's the digital 15-minute cities with the, all the face
Mm-hmm.
recognition and the Internet of Things and the Internet of Bodies, and that's what that all is going to be. But then there's also the missing piece that a lot of people don't really want to talk about or want to accept or maybe believe, which, in my personal opinion, I very much feel that not only is Musk, Zuckerberg, it's so cute how they're pretending to be enemies right now. Like, it's really disgusting. Like Musk, Zuckerberg, Schwab, Yuval Harari,
That dude's evil.
Soros, like there's certain people that are very much key players, right, that are all creating the same thing essentially. So Trump is in on it. I know people hate to hear that, but it's the truth. And I'm about the truth. So I think it's hilarious. Like my Instagram today, people that have loved me. Thank you so much for everything that you're sharing to us, right? And then now, well, this must be a lie. Well, I'm sorry, it's not. Just as much as NASA's lying to you too. NASA's not telling you the truth about the shape of the Earth either. I'm sorry, it's all a lie. And the sooner you accept it and move on and deal with the cognitive dissonance, you can get to work. And for me personally, I feel like I spent 2 years fighting the battle in Los Angeles, of all places, where just it's Sodom and Gomorrah there, for lack of a better way to explain it. And what I personally feel we're going to end up heading towards is the central bank digital currency is going to be linked to the digital ID. That's going to be linked to your personal bank account. And anything that you want to do in the digital world, be it get on the internet, which I found the document that proves, at least partially, that in the year 2027, they're planning on rolling out what they're calling zero trust internet. So if you look under zero trust policies, if you research zero trust policies, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. That's where they're heading, is you can't trust anything online until you can verify someone's identity digitally, which you have to do with the digital ID, which then has to be linked digitally to how they're spending their money and blah, blah, blah. And then you have the whole system that's controlled and ran and being fed right now by us, which is artificial intelligence. So you have AI and you have AGI, which is coming very soon, because ultimately, I'll end it with this, I'm sorry, is the technical singularity, which ultimately is going to happen. And once humans merge with machines, which is what the mRNA shots are, at least partially, Karen Kingston knows about this. She talks about this. Stu Peters has mentioned about, with the Dye-Sedley documentary, that they're blood clots. They're not clots. They're not even fibrous tissue completely. They're AI graphene oxide nanotech parasites. That's
Wow,
what
really?
They are. I've been saying.
I know they're
that's
different.
What
I
they
know
are
they're.
for a
I know they
while.
don't.
That's
I know
what
they don't.
are. That's what they are.
They
And
don't
I
respond to
personally,
blood.
they're
The blood
they're being.
thinners.
They don't, because it's an AI nanotech. It's metal. It's exactly what Scripture is talking about when it says that they're iron and clay mixing.
Is that why stuff was sticking to people's arms when they first got the injection?
I
Like
think
magnets were
so.
sticking.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
We all
research
thought that was
out there.
conspiracy theory.
We have to go. I know. No, I mean, a lot of people think that a lot of things are conspiracy theories, but I don't even know what that means ultimately. Like, a conspiracy that word conspiracy theory, I mean, most people know now, I feel like, was created by the CIA to just kind of
Get people.
throw anyone who dissects and questions too much or too
Yeah.
deeply into a group of people that they can kind of label and go, they're conspiracy theorists, when really it should be like, we're conspiring to lie to all of them, make them think that we're great when we're lying. So I do have to go to church.
Okay.
I would love to come back and we could talk more into it all. I have the 2045, just the part when I did a quick little documentary to see how it would kind of take. And Matt Baker, who was incredible, who has the Slave to Liberty InfoWars channel, posted my video on banned video, and it's been doing really well there. So I'm glad, because my sole purpose, one of my sole purposes, is to help lead people to Jesus Christ, because I really truly believe that that's where our answer is going to lie. It's not going to be in electing anybody to office. It's going to be in getting back to basics and doing like what we've been doing, which is leaving states, leaving main cities, and getting to a place where you can create a homestead in a private community. You can feed yourself, you can take care of your kids, and you can get back to basics and barter and stuff, So.
All right. Well, thank you for taking the time to come in. Everybody,
Absolutely.
you guys can follow her and watch her videos and learn a little bit more and see if you jive with that, and enjoy this new church.
Yeah, and Libby, before you go, what I'm going to do is, and as you go, I'm actually going to play this video if this is cool.
Oh,
right?
thank you.
So
that's
I'm actually play that.
That's the documentary. Yeah, it's 11.5 minutes. It's part 1. I'm working on part 2.
Well, so that's kind of long. We might not play the whole thing.
You could play the first
that's
minute
or
two of it. I have like a little voiceover that I did, just explaining things, and then it's just clips of I don't want people to hear it from me.
Right.
I'm just the messenger. I'm like Vanna White. I'm like, look at it. You see this?
Yes.
Look at this.
Look
at this shit. Look what they're doing.
I'd like to buy an A.
Right? Yes.
Would you like to buy a vowel? No, I don't want a vowel.
Libby, you need to come back. I think you would have an amazing time talking, especially me, because I love me some Jesus. So,
awesome. My husband's
I'm the token non-Christian here. So,
Libby, get out of here. We will talk to you soon.
All right, come back.
Thank you.
God bless you.
So much.
Take care.
Bless you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye, Libby. She's awesome. All right, so I wanted to play like just that little tiny clip.
It's funny, I didn't know her story with it, the NDE, the near-death experience, but
interesting.
That's kind of what has been my situation, and I swear to God, the stuff that comes to you, where you can see things and you pick up things, and it's like you're not smart enough to know these things, but things are fed to you and come through you. And you get this feeling like, this is my purpose. I have to let people know. I have to let people know these things. And of course, you're called every name in the book for it. And then you go back, and as things start to unfold and it's accurate, it's like, okay, there's a reason why I have to do this. And that's been my situation as well. So here we are.
I'm going to play this quick clip, and let's see how this goes. Let me refresh it real quick, though, just to, all right, let's get it. Here we go. Boom.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. I'm sure you're wondering what 2045, Look It Up, is all about.
And you can tell me when to stop it.
This is what we find when we look up 2045. We find something called the 2045 Avatar Project, also known as the Russian 2045 Initiative. The main purpose of Agenda 2045 is for a human being to achieve immortality via transferring their consciousness into an artificial intelligent.
This is the second time I've heard that from somebody.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
This week.
Right.
It's like upload. We're doing upload here.
They're trying to emulate most religions vision of eternal life. So they're trying the government's trying to be God. And that's one of the things that not only the Christian religion, but like a lot of religions are like, no, you're not supposed to do that. But let's see. Let me just see this real quick.
That is incapable of aging or death. Thus, the human achieving immortality. I know what you're wondering. How did we get here? Is this real? And I can assure you it is.
I'm sorry.
Are you on vacation?
I wish.
Me too.
Sorry, I thought I silenced that. I'm sorry.
That's all good.
Just call me Aaron.
You know what? Check this out. Here's the deal. I already showed you guys where this Instagram is. It's an 11-minute documentary basically on her page. Go over to her Instagram. I actually posted it here. I'll put her Instagram again.
It's really fascinating.
It's really interesting.
the
Whether you
thing
believe
is,
it or not, it is good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of it, and then a lot of it sounds a little batshit and a little crazy. But if you look at it objectively and then see some of the supporting documents that go with it, it's like, So if you're not somebody who's easily triggered and doesn't fall into the fear thing, like, because I've elected to not live in fear, and thank you, cool, awesome dude.
Oh,
I just like the information. I like to learn information so that I can choose how I want to live. You know what I mean? So if this is coming now, now I have choices. What do I want to do next? And none of this is meant to freak anybody out. It's meant to, because real news is meant to empower you, not piss you off or make you upset. It's meant to empower you so that you can make choices. It's like, okay, if this is coming down the pike, what do I want to do about this? Do I want to maybe start growing my own food? Do I want to maybe use cash more often to make it more make it difficult for places to go to digital currency? Like these are choices we can, a lot of places love getting cash. So and if it's legal tender, technically they can't say no to it.
They cannot. Thank you, Marvelous Wolf.
Yeah. Thank you. And by the way, hello to everybody who has come in. I'm sorry I didn't get to say hello to you.
Yeah.
What happened was I screwed up the time.
It was Colin's fault. Stop it.
We're gonna blame Colin. Yeah,
we'll blame Colin.
I screwed up the time, and Libby was supposed to be on longer and a different time, and it was my fault. So I had a blonde moment without the wig.
I wanted to shoot out. I know Chuck's not here today, or he can't be here today, but this is courtesy of our boy Chuck. He has a new soundbite for when you flex the.
No, Chuck's here.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, so Chuck.
XL Kahuna 164. That's him.
Oh, there you go. There's just as you requested.
Yeah.
Big ass titties.
How do you like that? Huh? Do it
what?
again.
I didn't hear that.
Big ass titties.
Yes, you like that? How do you like that, huh?
I did Kenny Powers.
Good fucking Lord. So, yeah, man, we got to have her back on.
Transferring your soul to AI to become immortal. Is that even possible? AB Twitch Alex says. Who knows what's possible? I mean, at this point, wow, just wow.
Yo,
half of this is fascinating. The other half is like, well, I'll probably be dead by then, thank God. But it's like,
2045 is right there.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like, all right, so what year is it?
We're 2023.
2023. 2045 is what?
20 years from now?
20 years from now. I'm 47. That's 67.
I'm 27. So
right. So you're bastard. Yo, April, do you want me to play this?
I'm 27 in my boobs.
Do you want me to play this freaking Instagram thing that I was telling you about?
What are you playing here right now?
The beware of distractions.
Yes, in a minute. And
right.
Cool Awesome Dude said immortality isn't all that it's cracked up to be, in my opinion. Yeah. So think about that for a minute, right? If it was cool, we've seen a million vampire movies that have played that out, right? So immortality will obviously come if it. Let's play with this for a minute.
Okay.
We do have immortality. So let's just assume, it's going to be brutally expensive, and nobody's going to be able to afford it. It's just going to be for the elites, just like going out to space.
Sure.
So say we have immortality and everybody survives, right? And then they're still having kids. Obviously, this could be the reason why they need to get the population down now, because they plan on us living forever.
Or have us move to other planets.
So how much fun is it if you are immortal, but your children aren't, or your parents aren't,
right.
or your best friends aren't? That's going to be kind of a shitty ass fucking life.
It's like, or if you fall in love with somebody and they
have elected not to, not just aren't. And what about the fights when they don't want to be experimented on, or they're not comfortable with it, and you're pushing and pushing and pushing, or they're pushing you and they're pushing you, they're pushing you. We kind of get the whole medical experiment push again, like we just went through. So how does that go? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I always thought of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
big ass titties.
Sorry. Big ass titties.
I love that soundbite. That's gonna replace the one. That's gonna replace the one you don't like.
Okay, I'm cool with it.
But I always wondered about that, like, you know, what it would be like to be immortal on Earth, though. You know what I mean? Are you gonna let me think straight? I can't think
I'm
straight with those
sorry.
things bouncing all over the damn screen.
Are you trying to think cisgender?
Hot knockers.
But that would be scary, man. Can you
I
imagine?
don't want immortality. I want to live the best life I possibly can, and then see ya. Like I'm out.
Right. Like
because my body's not going to hold up, and things are going to hurt, and I just don't want that. And
I don't mind life after
I just don't
death.
want it.
Life
Yeah.
after death, you know, like the other side. You know, you're floating on a cloud. That's cool, man. Hanging out with Jesus, you know, Big JC and everything. What?
I don't even want to be reincarnated here.
No,
Fuck that.
not on this earth. No.
No,
Why?
this is like a school. Earth is like a school, and I'm done. Like I want to. What do I have to do? How do I have to live? That's part of the reason I'm doing this. Like I get these things, and I got to tell you guys, and it costs me money because people hate me, and I lose money because people don't like what I have to say, and I lose friends because people don't like the truth. And I'm like, I'm doing it anyway because this is my calling. So please don't make me come back to Earth after this.
Yeah, maybe Mars.
Please.
Maybe Mars is dope inside. Who knows?
I will be a vampire though. I'll do that.
You would be a vampire?
I would be a vampire, yeah.
Why would you be a vampire?
Because I just feel like it's cool.
They're pretty fucking hot.
I'm up all night. Huh?
They're pretty hot. Speaking of vampire,
I'm up all night anyway. I like it. I hate the sun.
Where's your homegirl that she hasn't come on in a while? Every time I get on, she's not here.
Who, what?
Your vampire friend.
My vampire friend?
Yeah, former ECW.
Yes.
My
brain is, I just got a whole visual over, but my brain is like.
My brain is frozen as well. Shelly Martinez. Thank you, Allie.
Yes,
Jesus
thank
Christ.
you. Yes.
Oh, by the way, people were mentioning the money pit. Do you recognize this money pit behind me? Do you know what this is?
Is that no? I don't. I was gonna take a stab at it.
You remember Scrooge McDuck? He used to jump into it.
No, I didn't watch that.
You don't watch DuckTales?
No.
You don't have a soul?
Yes, I have a soul. I didn't watch DuckTales.
Ooh.
Okay.
Whatever.
You're always coming up with some weird shit that I never saw.
You never seen DuckTales? You're my age, man.
I don't know. My parents limited what we could watch. I mean, they found out we were watching Speed Racer, and they're like, "You're not watching that."
I love Speed Racer when they talk.
I know. My parents are like, "That's too violent," and I'm like,
"Speed Racer was too violent."
Apparently, it's too violent. And by the way, you know, Chin Chin the monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Chin Chin is Japanese for penis.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I dare you.
I found out Chin Chin means penis. It's like slang it's like saying dick.
Holy shit! So we've been saying dick our whole lives.
Yes.
Hey, get that dick out of my car.
Yeah.
Hey,
Come
Dick.
Here,
Hey, Dick, get off the couch.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Go Speed Racer. Go Speed
Good
Racer.
fucking time.
Go Speed Racer. Go.
What? Jesus Christ, man. Oh, man. My boy Marvelous Wolf, man.
Yeah.
Big ass titties.
Thank you for your corgos. Get some titties for them biddies. They throw those biddies. Thank you.
So we're definitely going to have our friend Lady Liberty back on, Libby.
Yes.
I guess you can hook it up whenever that's going to happen. But she seemed to really freaking, like I could have listened to her talk. That's why we did what we did earlier in the day. It was Colin's fault. Colin, scheduled this and he doesn't know anything. So he fucked up the whole show. It's fine. I'm used to that. So what else you got there, April?
I got a bunch of little things, but you got something too, right?
Yeah, I could play this. So if you guys have been living under a freaking rock, there was a stupid little submarine, a little soda can that tried to see the Titanic.
Oh, wait. Before we get to that, because that's going to be a really good story. Actually, I didn't even realize that's going to be detailed.
Cool, awesome dude. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Big ass titties.
Let's do a couple real short ones before we get to that, because that's going to be a conversation that I think you guys are all going to want to join in on.
Oh, yeah. You don't like this one.
Okay, so I heard something really interesting, and I thought I thought I would share this. So a better way to communicate with a friend or a partner who is upset is when they're upset, say to this, and they want to talk. Say, do you want to talk? Do you want to talk about it, or do you want to be distracted? So if they when they're upset, first say, do you want to talk about it right now, or do you want to be distracted? And then when they're venting to you, ask them, say, are you venting right now, or do you want advice, or do you want to share? So that you don't get it wrong and they don't get angry with you. Say, so right now it's like, do you want to talk about it, or would you rather be distracted? And then Or do you want to vent? Do you want to just share, or do you wish to actually have advice right now? And then just let them
like
go.
give that angry person the option of what they want to
Right.
open up
What
about.
do you feel like hearing? And then they can say, you can say, give it to me.
Oh yeah.
Or not right now. I'm not in the right frame of mind. So if they want to go ahead and go, they should ask you, can I vent right now? Or can I get your advice right now? And you can either say, yeah, go ahead, give it to me, or not right now. I'm not in the frame of mind to handle it. So if we these are ideas on how to communicate better
when somebody's angry,
and not roll that into something even worse when someone's upset.
So like yelling at them and calling them stupid, that doesn't work?
I don't think there's good progress on that one.
Yeah, I have a thing that I get doors slammed in my face a lot.
Yeah, my problem is I always think people want advice. Like, you're telling me your problem, right? So I'm like a dude like that. Like, you're telling me your problem. I'm assuming that you want advice. No, sometimes people don't want advice. They just want to say shit just to say it. So I'm listening and I'm seeing all the avenues where they could fix this, but they don't want to fucking know how to fix it. They just want to vent. So I have to say, are you venting right now, or do you want advice? Or are you just sharing what happened? So there's that. And speaking of that, I'm going to tell you, I fill you guys in on something that happened to me yesterday. And I don't know if I was right, wrong, indifferent, or whatever, but I'm at the gym and I'm on the cables. So cables, and then each end has like the lat pull down and the all the equipment around there, right? So I'm on the pull down, and there's a dude in the middle, and he's using the cables and he's doing chest, and he reaches. I'm on two things, so I'm supersetting. I'm on back, I'm on tricep. So I'm over here doing press downs. I'm back, forth. I have one bag with me, one bag over here. So my stuff's right there. So he reaches over through the thing and he grabs my weight, because I had that extra little weight on top of the stack. So he reaches over, he grabs it without asking or anything. He just plucks it off and puts it on his own stack. I'm like, okay. So I'm just like, all right, maybe he didn't see it. Maybe he didn't see anything. So when he like walked away to get another weight, I just grabbed it back and put it right on my stack. He didn't even notice. So then like 5 minutes later, I'm in the middle of a thing. I'm here. I've got 100 pounds up, and he reaches through right in front of me, right in front of my face, right in front of there, reaches through and grabs the weight again.
Fuck out of here.
Or actually he's returning the weight to put it, and I'm just like, right in front of me, threw my weights while my weights are up. I could have dropped it on his hand. And I stopped. I held it. I'm like, yo, dude, what are you doing? He's like, it's fine. And I'm like,
no, what do you mean it's fine?
I said, it's not fine. So I stopped and I waited and I put it down, and I said to him, I'm like, first I'm thinking it's not worth it. I'm not going to say anything. And I'm like, you know what? It's worth it. At first he did the one thing and then the second thing. And sometimes people need to be told. So I walked over to him. I'm like, hey, I said, first you grabbed my weight without asking. He's like, well, I didn't know that was yours. I'm like, yeah, if you had awareness around you, you would have seen, plus my stuff's there. He's like, I didn't think you were allowed on two machines at once. I'm like, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. I said, it's called supersetting. We're allowed on multiple machines.
Yeah.
And then I said, and then you reached right in front of my face while I had a stack up and put your hand underneath the stack to return a weight.
You don't do
and
that.
He's like, so I was fine. I'm like, no, not so you're fine. I said, you don't do it. I said, you don't reach in front of people. I said, you definitely don't reach underneath the weights that they're working on.
Did he seem, real quick, I have to stop you. Did he seem like a novice?
Yes.
Gym goer?
Yes.
Oh,
I was trying to discern.
Those
I'm
are
like,
the
is he
worst,
autistic or what's going on? Nope. He was just stupid.
I'll be honest. Was he fat? Was he a fat fuck?
No, he just, I don't know where. I don't know.
Skinny fat? Like just did he look like somebody that goes to the gym on a regular basis?
I was, whatever.
Did he look like somebody that goes to the gym? Makes a difference to me.
He was doing the lifting properly. So he's obviously been there before.
He's just an arrogant prick that doesn't think about anybody else around him. That's
he
what it sounds
started to argue with me.
Fuck out.
He started to argue with me. And he's just like, fine, you don't have to get all upset. And I'm like, I'm not upset. I said, but if it was anybody else, they might have dropped the weight on your hands and hurt you.
Yeah.
And he's like, it would have cleared me. I'm like, no, it wouldn't. He's like, yes, it would have. I'm like, he stuck his hand through. I said, let's try it again. I said, this is the weight that was on. I pulled it up. He goes, here, got his arm. I said, do you see what I'm saying? I said, he's like, well, you need to get the last word in, don't you? I said, no. I said, I'm just explaining gym etiquette to you. I've been here been doing this for a little while. There's a certain gym etiquette. So he got all huffy with me and not, I'm sorry, not, I wasn't thinking. So I turned around to him and I said to him, I said, there's a guy right across from me. I said, you didn't reach in front of him.
Right.
I said, I'm the only female in this entire weight room right now.
Right.
Why'd you reach in front of me? Why did you take my weight? He's like, well, I'm right-handed. That's why. I'm like, are you sure that's why? Are you positive?
Right.
It's because I noticed you don't reach across his weights.
Right. He's got a really small penis, just so you know that.
But I thought to myself, I'm like, I hear about these people all the time. These people, those people, but I don't really encounter them. These people who do stupid things and don't apologize and don't acknowledge it and don't own it. And that's like literally one of my first times, because I work from home. I'm not exposed to these people. That's my first time dealing with somebody like that, to the point where I almost went to the front and actually told them, your member did this. He's literally causing problems. I was like, I'm not going to do that. I already said something to him. I'm just going to go finish my workout. Fuck this motherfucker. So, but yeah, like Fred says, entitled, a male Karen. I'm dying. He's a Kyle.
Yeah,
so,
he's Kyle.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, all right. I know I understand when people complain to me about these types of people. I had my experience with that person. And you know what? I'm really sorry. And I feel so grateful I work from home, because I don't know how you guys do it.
This is why Stevie.
I don't know how you do it.
This is why Stevie Richards has
small
like
dick
that
energy, right? Yeah.
No, Stevie doesn't have small dick. I'm talking about his
No, this guy.
No, I'm just rolling with you. Hold on. This is why Stevie has his own home gym. I don't blame him. A lot of people are investing money into getting their own home gyms. You know.
Yeah, I know.
So I probably never told this story. I'll make it short and sweet. I went to the gym. This is a while ago. I was going every single day. I had gone to the gym a lot before I became a fat fuck, and I was pretty jacked and shit. And I was working out, and this fucking guy comes in. This was like around January.
This fucking guy
comes in here, right? It was January or February. Check this out.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
This is when the gym is packed. Everything.
Right. It's National Ass Hat Month.
And this is what I hated going to the gym around that time, because this dickhead, number one, didn't get a locker. He's walking around with his goddamn book bag and with his jacket. And he's putting his jacket. That's me.
I walk around with my thing. All right,
well,
too,
that's
so
I'm
not an
like
asshole.
it. But
I want my stuff, though. I have to carry my EpiPen with me everywhere. So fuck all y'all.
What he did was he had the sit down row bikes. That's just you just use your legs.
Yeah.
I wanted to do cardio, so there was only two of them. Long story short, he had his bag and the fucking jacket
on the other one, right?
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
So he's on a phone, and he's on a phone call. He's not. His legs aren't moving. He's just fucking talking on his phone. So I come around real quick. I said, "Hey," I said, "Can I move? Can I?" I'm going like this. Can I? He gave me the fucking finger up, like, "Hold on, I'm on a call."
Yeah, I can't believe you asked.
Well, I'm not an asshole. So no, but then I got in trouble because I fucking took his bag and I threw it all the way past the fucking things. What do you call it?
Well, you go 0 to 60.
I went 0 to 100. I got
you're
angry.
a polite dickhead.
Because the disrespect, this shit, when he put his fucking finger up in the air, I've told this story 1,000 times other places. When he put his finger in my fucking face, like, hold on 1 second, I just took his bag and I flung that shit.
It's like a shot put.
But the fucked up part is that it hit somebody.
Oh.
It hit somebody. I think it was one of the staff members. They came over. I'm like, this fucking asshole. You know, it was just bad. And then I said, you know what? Fuck this fucking place. And I went back a day later, and I never seen that guy again. Believe you me. He didn't say a shit. He didn't say nothing. He was just sitting there in shock. Like, why is this guy throwing my bag across the gym?
Some people need to have their bags thrown
Fucking
or have stuff
shit
said. Yeah.
You know who that guy was? That guy was Colin. What?
Yeah, I don't even ask. I just look at them. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna move your bag. And that's it. I just say, hey, I'm gonna move your bag. Put it here. Like I just So
I
I
hate
have
it.
learned, I mean, it's like a Catholicism thing. It's just like you ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
Yeah, well, turn the other
And that
cheek,
is the
my
rule of
ass.
life right there. You ask for forgiveness, not permission.
What's
Period
up,
end.
Chani, man? He's a.
Yeah.
Hey,
We've got a lot of people in here tonight. Hello, hello.
Yeah,
Welcome, welcome.
April, I don't want to talk about anything serious right now. I want to talk about something fun. You ready?
Okay.
Real quick. Let me just get some mood music. No, it's not sexy enough. I need something sexier. What do you think? Let me try this.
I got something fun.
Oh yeah. So April, apparently you were telling me that you started dating again.
Oh Jesus.
Yes. Don't call on his name now, my friend.
Really?
I'm not gonna ask you to get into any specifics. But I just wanted, let's talk. We're friends here. We're amongst family. What's going on? How you doing?
What's going on?
So what's going on?
What do you what? Right, exactly.
Get out of here with that shit. You're gonna talk to me.
Oh, okay.
So
what do you what? I got on Bumble.
Well, is he cute? Like
There's not a it's not a specific, it's just start, it's not a
it's a female.
No.
Hot. That's hot.
No. I just started
Oh.
dating in general. Dating, just going out.
Right. All right.
So leaving my house.
Is there anybody that maybe, I don't know, that just like you met him and he sucked like immediately? And...
Well, here's one that happened.
Yes. All right. Good.
I had my first date lined up and he ended up blowing me off.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my friend, the day of, he was all like, yeah, I can't wait to meet you, blah, 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 blah. And I told my friend on the day of, he was quiet. So, and apparently this happens a lot, so texted her. I said, haven't heard anything from him. I said, I am not putting makeup on and doing my hair until I get confirmation. Yeah, she's like, fuck it. I wouldn't either. Yeah. Like 2 hours before we're supposed to go out, he's like, I got to do a rain check. I lost my wallet last night. I'm kind of a mess. And I'm like, thinking to myself, I'm like,
that means he's broke.
No, it means he's drunk.
Oh, what?
It's like Cinderella. If you go out and you lose your shoe, you're not a princess. You're drunk. Okay.
It's 10 in the morning though.
You go out and lose your wallet, you're drunk. Yeah. So I was just like, okay. And I told her, I said, I just feel like, so it's like with the thing here when I predicted, I said, I feel like this guy's an alcoholic. Something tells me. What is the next text? I told him, I said, okay, thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate you taking the time to cancel. And he's like, yeah, no problem. And then I get a follow-up. He's like, you may have picked up on the fact that I struggle with alcohol.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? So I was like, I said, I did actually pick up on that. So he's like, I started AA 3 weeks ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, all right. And I'm thinking to myself, well, when you're in AA, you're not allowed to date anyway.
No, you're not.
I didn't say it to him, but I know it.
But you should have.
So because I've already been down this, I've been down this yellow brick motherfucking road before. God, so I'm like, okay. And he went through this whole thing where said he was struggling. We talked on the phone because I felt like it was like I'm on the park bench with somebody. Like this person's he's literally having a breakdown. He lost his wallet. So I'm sitting here because this is the person that I am. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm walking him through it. I'm like, where did you see it last? Where did you use it last?
Too nice.
I'm that person. He found it in the dishwasher. Yes, he found it. And he's not American. So I told him, I said, you need to find it because you got to replace your green card. That's an issue. You know what I mean? Found it in the dishwasher. So
please tell me this guy wasn't a wrestler.
Fuck no, I don't date in the business. God. Are you kidding me?
Don't do that, please.
Oh my God.
MMA fighter? These sound like people I know.
No, I date normal people.
Okay.
No, I date normal people.
There's some MMA fighters I know that are normal.
For the most part, I date normal-ish people. Yeah. Every once in a while there's somebody that sneaks in that's an entertainment, but right. I prefer to date normal people.
Yeah, do that.
Because they prioritize things instead of chasing after fame and money and all that. They're usually the fame.
Why are
So
people
no,
saying?
so
Why are people? Ray, what the hell? What? What did I say? I'm just saying.
so then he writes the next day and he's like, so when do you think we're we can get together? I was like,
When you get your first chip.
yeah, right. I was like,
Alcohol.
I think you should focus on going to AA. And I was like, I think that's your priority right now. He's like, we should have met up. And I was like, yeah, but you canceled. So
But if he's like, wallet.
And then he was like, all of it. He was like, well, I'm sorry I wasted your time. And I'm like, no, time's never really wasted when you learn something new. So yeah. So there.
All right, you know what? The war demon, stop it. Enough.
What?
Stop chastising me for speaking to my friend on air.
What happened?
No, war demon. He's like, oh, Ray, seriously, you shouldn't be talking.
It's okay. I'm not divulging anything.
If she didn't want to talk about anything, she wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
All right. Leave it alone. Stop.
No, it's fine. I'm not talking about anything that I'm not comfortable with. It's okay. So
trust me, we might have planned this beforehand. God damn it. Jesus, stop yelling at my friend Billy Ray Valentine on Twitter. Fuck. He's the best man at my wedding.
So a lot of my friends are like my age and they're trying to date, and everybody's like, dating this age sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Dating this age sucks. And I woke up one day and I was thinking, I'm like, maybe dating at this age is fantastic.
Yeah, it can be.
Maybe it's fantastic because people have no tolerance for bullshit. They just want to be straight up. Nobody gets offended if you say you're not for me, or this isn't what I'm looking for. Like because nobody gets
been there and done that, right?
Right. Nobody gets upset about that. Like you can go on a date with somebody and they'll ask you, do you think you want right away? Do you think you want to do this again? And you can say, you have the option of saying, I don't think this is for me. And they're not going to be fucking pissed off at you and whine and cry. What's wrong with me? No. You're not going to deal with that. They're going to be like, okay, well, thank you for a nice night. Like not dealing with any of that.
I think you mentioned this question. You answered this question. Don't forget this question that's on the screen later.
What?
They're
asking you date guys that are way younger than you, like 30s and even 20s.
Well, she's in her 20s. What the hell are you talking about?
That's like the same age as me.
Yeah.
I prefer to date my own age with people that look younger.
All right, time out. I'm gonna stop this.
What?
I'm being serious. I don't give a shit. April, I'll fucking turn this show off right now.
All right, you guys fight nice.
You don't disrespect me. Okay? I am blocking you for now. Once you calm down, don't ever disrespect me on this show. Seriously. I don't give a fuck how long you've been on a friend of April, whatever. Period. Done.
Everybody fight nice. Everybody fight nice. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know what the hell is. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Maybe Chris is having a bad day.
Well, everybody has a goddamn bad day.
Yeah.
All I have to say is that I've been nothing but respectful to everybody in the chat since I started running the show. Maybe I'm not Colin, okay? But I think I'm.
No, you're fine.
I think I'm a pretty fucking nice guy.
You're great. Don't worry about it.
So stop with the bullshit.
Brian says it reminds me of last July when a potential first date ghosted me just before my birthday, and that
damn it.
A lot. Ghosting happens a lot. But yes, I usually end up dating younger just because I feel like I have more in common with them. And not dramatically younger, just up or down. Like my age range goes between like 39 and 57. Because at this point, age is just a number kind of thing. Same with height. I've given up on height too. It's like,
is there a limit though?
What do you mean?
Is there a limit to like are you dating like a fucking, I don't know, dating like a 5-footer?
Do I?
Like if he's too, is there such thing as too short? Be honest.
There can be, yeah. Yeah.
Too tall?
There can be.
5'9" is good, Marvelous Wolf.
5'9" is fine.
5'9" is solid.
Yeah. I dated too tall once, somebody that was almost 7 feet tall.
Tell us about that.
That was too tall.
Was it too tall?
That was too tall. No,
What's the
I'm not
ideal height?
5'10". I used to be 5'9", and I've had spinal compression, so now I'm like just under 5'8", 5'7" and a half.
Johnny Man's like, I'm
So
6'2", and I wear a
what's the
size
ideal
13.
height? I don't know, 6 feet, something right around 6 feet, give or take an inch. I don't know. I don't care.
All right.
The ideal height is somebody that's not worried about mine.
You know, the shortest I've ever dated. All right. So Jen knows about this. We want to break. And there was this girl. I'm not going to say her name, obviously, but she was like, I think she was 4'8". Gorgeous.
Is that technically considered a little person?
Almost. It's like I don't know, man. It's like close. But bro, when I tell you, she was so freaking pretty. And you know, like her body, like, oh, wow. But I felt weird because I'm 6'2". 6'1", 6'2". I'm a big dude. And I just felt weird. And if you looked at us from behind, it's like I'm dating my daughter or something like that. She's a grown-ass woman, you know, she was in her 40s. And I felt weird. I think part of the reason why I stopped seeing her was the height difference. And I've never had that issue before. Yeah, it was weird.
I had a guy break up with me because I was too tall and too big for him. I made him feel emasculated.
Really?
See, yeah, and he tried to get by it because he said he's like, I really like hanging out with you. We have a fun time. He's like, but I just can't get past it. You know, I've like I got monkey arms. I mean, I've got big hands. I've got big feet.
Can you palm a basketball?
Yeah.
You can palm a basketball?
Well, almost. I mean, I've got big hands. I got the hands of somebody that's 5'9" and
really?
feet. Yeah.
What size shoe? What size shoe you wearing?
10.
10. Okay. Yeah, you're a tall girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, my ex-wife was.
I got like a spinal compression, so I was a tall girl.
So you were 5'10".
I was 5'9", 5'9.5". Now I'm like,
my wife now is my wife is perfect. She's 5'7".
Yeah.
I think she's actually a little tall. When she
I was
wears her
always
heels,
jealous of girls that are like 5'2", 5'3", because the world was their oyster as far as, you know, like they can be comfortable in the airplane seats. They get the smaller shoes. They can date a dude that's 5'6" and make them feel like they're, you know, a giant.
Well, can I be honest with you also? I feel like I'm venting. Also, when I was dating that girl, and again, she was tremendous, like wonderful. She had 2 kids and stuff like that, but like immediately, like we had like me and Jen had been on a break for months, and she wanted me to meet her kids like after like week 4.
Okay.
So it's like a month, you know what I'm saying? And we weren't really seeing each other as much. And it was like, for me, it's like, if you want me to see your kids, so like Jennifer didn't meet Aiden until we were well over almost 2 years into our relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I was, that kind of turned me off a little bit. And then there was that situation where like, I had to text her every day. Like it's different. Like I'm married now. So me and my wife text and call each other every single day. Even when we were dating, we would do it every single day. But like in the beginning of our relationship, we didn't text every fucking day or call maybe good morning, hello. That's it. But it was like she wanted to have like long, in-depth conversations about life every day. Am I wrong for that?
Well, I mean, a lot of people don't have time for that, or that's not their thing. You know what I mean?
Do you have a problem with clingy people?
I do. I also have a problem with people that are too independent. There's like a nice medium in there.
Right.
There's a nice medium.
Right.
So if somebody doesn't pursue the connection, I feel like the connection dies.
Right. April, I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I blew my lid.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We're family. Listen, we're family here. No, listen, we're family here. We're friends here. But there's only so much. You know, I'm a human.
Yeah.
You know the old saying, don't sell it, like in wrestling?
Yeah. That's why I don't. Sometimes I see things in there and I don't even acknowledge it.
Sometimes I've been not selling it for a long time, and I'm not the type of person not to sell it. So I've been trying. But I love you guys. I really genuinely fucking love you. Love this chat. Love this show. Love working with April. April's my homegirl. And, you know, I put a lot of work into this show and promoting and
you do, and I appreciate it a lot.
And it's because I really care about you guys, and I really care about my homegirl right here. I'll wait this way. right here. So just know that it comes from a good place. And I apologize, but I apologize to you guys. Does that make sense?
I feel that sometimes, how do I put this gingerly? Sometimes people expect a lot from me because I'm a public figure.
Yeah.
And they feel like sometimes, what's the word I'm looking for?
I get overprotective at times.
Yeah, sometimes.
And I get it.
I appreciate I appreciate it, but sometimes it doesn't work out too well when it's aimed at the wrong situation, like today with that.
Right. So I just, listen,
So
it's fine. You guys can get at me, call me fat and joke around with me. It's fine. I have a real cool sense of humor. But two things I don't like. I don't like people attacking my friends, like my family, Billy Ray Valentine, which happened in the past. I'm not going to mention how. And, it's just, there's a certain way to express yourself. So I'm just saying that. Okay. That's it. All right. Leave it that way. Anyway,
what I was going to say is what's more important than height is if somebody works out.
Big penis. What?
No, that's not even that important, believe it or not.
Oh, stop.
It's not.
Stop it.
Height?
Oh.
Not height. Sorry. It's more important than height. Working out, having really good conversations, and being awakened.
Yeah, man.
And a beard.
A beard, really?
Yeah.
So does that have to be
or facial hair?
Not that I'm hitting on you because you're like my sister from another mister, but all right. So you see this nice little coiffed goatee. Does that work for you?
Yeah, just facial hair because I'm a female. Facial hair is something that I don't have. So to me, I think it's because facial hair signifies a man. Right?
You hear that, boys? Start growing out your freaking mustaches and goatees. Marvelous Wolf.
It's a manly thing. It's kind of like it's like boobs for a guy.
We'll see Marvelous Wolf with the Duck Dynasty gimmick in about a month. I love you, Wolf. You're the fucking best. Like Colin. Oh my god.
See, Winona says the same thing. Fellow beard lover too, right? It's because we don't have one. So it's like it's as opposite of being a female as it gets, having a beard.
My wife doesn't want me to grow this in. She just likes this right here. I don't know why. Do you know?
It's still facial hair.
I still have. I have a full head of hair up here.
I know that.
She doesn't want me to grow it out. Why is that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna ask her.
Some people like
Jen.
Some people just like bald heads.
She never met me that when we had hair on my head when we met. So I don't know. Whatever.
So I learned something this week.
What?
That might be extraordinarily valuable to people.
Oh my God, this is fantastic.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm born ready.
If you want your ice cream cone not to leak, put sprinkles at the bottom first. Sprinkles in the bottom of your ice cream cone keeps it from leaking.
What? I never thought of that.
You're welcome.
I never fucking thought. And then you know what? When it melts into the bottom, you get that last delicious bite.
You do.
Oh my God!
It turns it into like a drumstick.
Look at Fred. You guys, hold on.
What kind of black magic is this? That's right. That's some good witchery right there.
Mike, you asked me a question. Was I a wrestler? I was a high school wrestler. I fought amateur for about 16 and a half years. I grew up in a family of professional wrestlers. My father's a professional wrestler. He was a professional boxer. And I grew up around wrestlers my whole life and fighters. And my brothers are all professional fighters and shit. So, but I punch.
But you were smart enough to not be in the business.
Professional?
Yes.
I just never, April, I never had, what's the word? I didn't want to get punched in the face for a living. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I've had my nose broken 4 times.
Yeah, bro.
I snore.
So do I.
Like a 450-pound man, I'm told.
My brother, though, he fought professionally for quite some time, but then, he got hurt. So I'm just glad I didn't do it. I still have my hands. My hands are messed up, too.
I'm
starting to get arthritis and shit. And the wrestling and the boxing, the baseball, and that shit I played, man, that's no good. So do you let's talk about, I don't know why we're talking about this, but snoring.
Oh, are we? Okay, because I was going to ask you if you knew what something was, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. Ask me first. Okay, I'm not gonna forget this because Marvelous Wolf. He goes, I
Okay.
snore too.
Do you know what
What
that
is
is?
That looks like my first 6 girlfriends when I was a teenager.
It could. Do you
Anyone
want to?
get
Do you
it?
want to know some weird science? It's not weird science. Weird history.
Yeah, tell me, what is that?
Okay, my friend sent this to me. Pubic wigs,
Oh, I knew it. God damn, I knew you were going that way with it.
called merkins. This is a British term, by the way. Were worn by prostitutes in the 1450s. So the reason for this strange accessory was that pubic hair was considered popular and attractive,
That is hot.
but sex workers shaved their lower parts to avoid pubic lice, which is super annoying, I can imagine, and used a merkin to cover up sexually transmitted diseases from their clients, such as syphilis.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You're like hugging your girlfriend. Like, you smell like tuna.
It gets better. Now, how does this translate to today?
Hold on, I got this. Hold on. No.
In current Hollywood film production, merkins may be worn by actors and actresses to avoid exposing genitalia during nude or semi-nude scenes. The presence of a merkin protects the actor from inadvertently performing full frontal nudity. Some contracts specifically require nipples and genitals to be covered in some way, which may help ensure the film achieves a less restrictive MPAA rating. So the Oxford English Dictionary dates the first written use of the term to 1617, year 1617. And the word probably originated from malkin, a derogatory term for a lower class young woman, or from American, a pejorative way of saying the female name Mary. Merkin.
There was a guy that lived in a building that I worked in named Mr. Merkin.
Mr. Merkin?
Yeah, he was he got, do you remember a funny story? He was involved in that Ponzi scheme with that asshole. What was his name?
Oh, Bernie
Sanders,
Madoff?
not Sanders.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Bernie Madoff.
he got fucking swindled by that guy. He was a billionaire that lived in one of the buildings I work in. If you look up the name Merkin, the story will come. The fucked up thing is that just after that happened, his apartment at 740 Park Avenue lit up on fire. He just had the worst fucking luck in the world. It was just terrible. So I'm really quick about snoring.
Wait. I gotta this. Was it Mike Tyson that said everyone has a plan until they get hit in the face? Yeah, screw that. And Cool Awesome Dude said, wait a minute, April, your broken nose incident was in a match documented on a show called either Most Shocking or Most Daring. That is true. That was the last broken nose I have, and that was the worst one. It was Melissa Coates, actually, got me with the elbow right across, and I was bleeding so bad when I hit the mat. Blood was everywhere, and they had to put tampons up my nose because they couldn't stop bleeding.
It goes down.
It goes on. I was drowning in my own blood. I was in Toronto, so it was like the people there, they were like trying to figure out. It was a Friday night too. We had the show on Saturday, so trying to figure out the best hospital to go to in Toronto, and I had to get. I really only waited 15 minutes. So that theory about Canadian healthcare was, they had to do it back, bring it back in, and then cauterize it, and then pack it, and then I still had the match the next night, and I had to sleep like this for I don't know how long, like just straight up like this. So never was okay after that.
Marvelous Wolf, he talks about the nasal strips. I've tried the nasal strips; they don't work.
Yeah,
they don't work for me. What about the mouth gimmick, the mouth guard? I
don't know, but you know what works for it? They have this little thing you put up in your nose that opens the passages. Those kind of work.
I tried that, but I almost sucked it in. I got a big nose.
Okay.
No?
Okay.
Does it work for you?
I think it helps, yeah, because it opens this area like a little wider. It's really unattractive.
Well, you have a better nose than me, Wolf. Just saying. My my nose is all fucked up. But my wife, so do you mind like betting with snorers? Like, do you ever had somebody that snored so bad that you just couldn't do it? You ever broke up with somebody for snoring?
I have not, but you know what? I have tinnitus because I'm actually hard of hearing. I've got a lot of hearing loss.
Thank you, Cool Awesome Dude. Thank you so much.
Because I'm part deaf, it doesn't bother me as much as other people, and then I sleep with a fan on and a noise machine on. So usually,
you're my wife.
I can get past a lot of it. Oh yeah, if you can't sleep with a fan on, we're just not going to work out.
Yeah, I like the white noise in the background.
I do too.
I do, and I've taken to. I think I've told you this before. I've taken to. I bought the headband with the Bluetooth gimmicks in the headband, and I listen to ASMR now to go to sleep.
Oh, that's right. You said that. I don't have any. I turn my Wi-Fi off at night. I don't have any. No phone in my room. No nothing. So I just have a little. It's just a little noise machine, and I use an alarm clock. An actual alarm clock.
An alarm clock? Those exist?
They exist. Yeah.
The one with the big wind up in the back?
I'm not doing any of that bullshit. I have a dumb house, and I like my house dumb. And I try and dumb it down further at night. So I'm like, let's turn off the Wi-Fi, keep the phone in another room, and yeah.
It's like the Flintstones where you have like a fucking pterodactyl dinosaur pecking at the clock.
It's a dog. Okay, so snoring. I kept interrupting you. That was it?
I was just wondering if you ever been with somebody that snorts so fucking loud that you just like, dude, I love you. You're awesome. You're incredible. You're sexy. You just snore too loud.
Like you film them and show. They don't believe you. You film them and show it to them, and they're like, "Oh my god." My wife had a like. I had to start sleeping on my side. Yeah.
Because if I'm on my back, I sound like goddamn freight train coming through the living room.
Yeah.
Bedroom, I mean.
Yep.
I can't do it. All right, April. I'm dying to play this for you, and then we can get.
I am too. Okay, I got. Were we going to close out with that, or are we going to? No,
we'll close out with that because that can break into several conversations.
It can. Okay, then real quick, let me tell you guys a couple.
Real quick.
I got two more real quick ones. So I just wanted to tell you guys this. I thought this was interesting. I saw it. I'm just going to read it real quick. So a lot of people think self-sabotage is a certain thing, but I saw this list and I wanted to remind you that self-sabotage is also not asking for help, rejecting praise, isolating yourself when you're hurt, saying yes to everything and not having boundaries, putting your needs on hold, procrastinating on important tasks, and trying to be perfect. So that is also self-sabotage, okay? Just in case you weren't sure. And people who are highly independent tend to have trust issues. So for those of you who are listening to us instead of watching us, you can find us on all podcasting platforms, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify. You can watch us on Twitch TV, The A Show, or Rumble, The A Show. And you can follow us if you want to see what we look like. You can follow us, let's see, Instagram, Real April Hunter, Twitter, April Hunter, and Real April Hunter. Ray, where are you?
I'm at Big Ray Hernandez everywhere.
Big Ray Hernandez everywhere. And trust me, you want to see what he looks like. He's adorable.
I'm not adorable. I feel sad now.
And I have one other. Why do you feel sad?
I don't know. It eats me up. You know what? I'll talk to you afterwards.
All right. Don't do that. Don't be eaten up.
I beat myself up more than I beat people up. That's why I don't think I could.
You're Puerto Rican. You have a temper. Don't worry about it.
Fine.
Psychology Today.
What is that? Is that a fish? Oh.
No, Psychology Today. There's an article that I thought was really interesting. It's called Bad Dog or Bad Owner. So it says owners of aggressive dogs frequently engage in antisocial behavior themselves. So being as though I have a pit bull mix, I've had at least, oh gosh, I'm thinking.
And thank you, Cool Awesome Dude again. I'm sorry, I have to throw it out there because he wanted to see some
big ass titties.
That's right. Thank you, Cool Awesome Dude. Appreciate it. So yeah, being as though I've had at least 4 pit bulls and I foster pit bulls on a, that's who I mostly end up fostering. I thought this was interesting because we have such a stigma against pit bulls in this country. And a lot of people, do this thing where they just hear something and they assume that, oh my God, this is a bad dog. We have this breed discrimination, which drives me nuts because personally, there's a reason I keep getting pit bulls and corgis. And quite honestly, my pit bull is easier than my corgi.
They're great.
I find them to be great dogs. They are very, very sweet. They're very good with people.
Very sensitive.
Yeah, they want to be in your lap. They are.
I love them.
Fairly easy to train, and they're just sweet dogs, and they just want to stick to your hip and be there
So
with you.
loyal.
Extremely.
Oh.
So it really bothers me to see this breed discrimination happening. So when I see an article that says bad dog or bad owner, it grabbed my attention. So I wanted to read this study to you. And it said popular dog training philosophy decrees as there are no bad dogs, only bad owners. While the statement's veracity remains up for debate, a recent study may find some truth to the bad owner idea. The study analyzed reports from 374 aggressive dog bite incidents, as well as data on the owner's behavior. During the incidents, 63% of the owners provided no assistance to the victims. 20% were aggressive towards them. Owners were also prone to antisocial behavior elsewhere in life. 17% had abused animals, 15% had engaged in antisocial behavior, like shouting at strangers, and 7% had been reported for domestic violence. It's likely not as simple as antisocial owners deliberately raising aggressive dogs, warns study author, however you pronounce this name, of Utrecht University. Hereditary and environmental factors have a hand in dog behavior. Human choice, however, does determine a lot for dogs, this person says, including how they're bred, treated, and trained. Antisocial humans may be unwilling or unable to make choices in their dog's best interest, and spotting warning signs early could prevent bites before they occur. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was interesting. Apparently, it really is the owner.
Winona says, if I'm not mistaken, pits or pit bulls are known as nanny dogs too.
They were known as nanny dogs. Actually, somebody said that pit bulls are the most aggressive breed. That is not true. Would you like to know the most aggressive breed?
I'll tell you, it's a little dog.
It is a little dog. Do you guys know what it is?
Chihuahua.
It's a Chihuahua.
That
is the most aggressive breed.
They are little. God love them. They're little assholes.
Assholes.
They are little assholes. I've had 4.
They bite everybody.
Yeah, I've had I've had 4 pit bulls, and the reason why I haven't had a pit bull since 2011. No, 2009. I'm sorry, when Conan passed away. He was my last dog. Was because I got so close to him. He literally was like a human. Mm-hmm. He was like my my best friend. That we would watch a Yankee game, and I would put my Yankee jersey on him. He would just literally just sit next to me with the jersey on me, and then just lean on me, and then I miss him so. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, April. It just broke me.
That's I know. That's my co-pilot right there.
Yeah, that's the dude.
So and before him, it was Pax. Now my corgis nowhere to be found, but the pit bulls are always right here by my side.
my boss has this pit bull. It's an American. Was it a blue nose? Big fat chunky. Her name
blue nose are supposed to be less aggressive than red nose.
Bro, they are so. She is such a. Yeah. Her name is Baby Girl. Mm-hmm. That's her name, and she is the most beautiful, sweet. My wife was deathly afraid of pit bulls, and then we went to dinner at my boss's house, and Baby Girl ran up to her, gently jumped on the couch, and she fell in love with them. Like, you could see the love in their eyes. And I agree with you. I think it's the people that like look at. I don't know if you guys follow Big Vito and Noel. They just got themselves a Rottweiler. That's another dog that people give a bad rep to. And you should see this. She's
I love Rottweilers.
Cute. Her name is Dolly. She's so fucking cute. Man, animals are. I believe animals have the purest souls on this earth, man. We're the ones that fucking suck.
They do. They're angels.
Just saying.
And last but not least, before we get to your thing, in other news, Dr. Peter Hotez still hates charity. The offer is now up to $2.5 million.
That guy's full of shit.
To debate RFK Jr. on his stance of being, quote unquote, an anti-vaxxer who spreads misinformation, with Dr. Peter Hotez being a vaccine expert and a doctor, and he still refuses to debate him. In my opinion, he has completely exposed himself and discredited everything he stands for. But that's whatever. Still hates charity, obviously.
Yeah, I got to say this. I'm going to say this real quick. If Marvelous Wolf, if I was a woman, I'd date you, bro. You are one goddamn charmer. I mean that seriously.
Oh,
from
I
the
thought you were
bottom
talking
of
about
my
me. Are you talking
heart. Oh
about
yeah,
Wolf?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
Wolf too, definitely.
just saying, man. It's just
That's because yeah, I know I'm a charmer. I would date me if I was a woman or a man.
I don't know if I would date. Would I date me? Would I date me? I'd
I
fuck
would
me.
date me. I like myself.
I'd fuck me.
I
I
would
don't know if
totally
I'd
date me.
Date
That's
me.
what I'm looking for. I think I'm looking for a version of myself out there. And I'm such a fucking unicorn. I can't find. No, I'm kidding.
It's
I'm
tough when you're 1 in a million, April.
kidding.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, everybody like always says like, why are you single? Because I have not met my equal. When I meet my equal, maybe it'll be a different story.
Or maybe
Jamie, Chowny Man.
Johnny Man is my man. It's sometimes would you? All right, I know we only have a few minutes, but would you date somebody, right,
Mm-hmm.
that has potential to be your equal? And I'm not saying like some bum off the street that doesn't have a job, somebody that maybe struggles just a little bit with certain things, but that person genuinely has that potential to be great.
I don't know, because I've done potential in the past, and quite
Right.
honestly, at this point in my life, I feel like people are who they are, and you're not going to change them. So at this point, if you're not basically, thanks, Winona.
That
I
was cute.
appreciate that. She said she would date me.
Yeah, but she wouldn't date me.
Oh, maybe she would. But anyway, I feel like at this point, like I was telling this to a friend of mine, I said, dating is kind of like shoes. People are like shoes. You try on a shoe, you don't expect it to change to fit your foot, right? Why do we expect people to change to fit our lives? So when you're dating, you're trying on a bunch of different shoes to see if something fits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some shoes, they look fucking hot, but they hurt your feet. Other shoes are super comfortable, but they don't they're not exciting. So I think that the thing is you got to find the shoes that look good, that are comfortable, and they go with most of your outfits. You know what I'm saying? Damn. And you got to try on a lot of shoes till you find that, and you can't expect that shoe to change to fit your foot.
That's a really good and simplistic way of kind of breaking things down. I respect that.
So do I want to date someone that has potential to be great?
I feel you.
No. I'd rather somebody have done the work. I mean, I'm not saying flaw, like somebody. I wouldn't date somebody that's not like somebody. I wouldn't date somebody who's exactly like me, because I have a ton of flaws. I have a lot of flaws.
Oh shit!
And
Johnny man talking about pec flexing.
There you go. I have a lot of flaws, so I would like to date somebody who's like me, but also strong in the areas where I'm weak.
I like that. This is why me and my wife get along so well, man. Because wherever I'm weak, she's strong, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that works.
So
I don't like dating. I never liked dating somebody that was too much like me, or somebody that was too. You
gotta be able to learn from each other.
I cannot stand. Check this out. I cannot stand what I guess you would call a submissive woman.
No.
Like, what do you want to eat? Like, I'm like, hey, babe, what do you want to eat? Whatever
stand
you
on your
want
own
to eat.
feet. Yeah, stand on your own feet. The only time it's okay to be submissive is in the bedroom, and even then, it's only 50% of the time.
Now.
Only 50% of the time. So what do you have? You have something on distractions, and you guys are cracking me up in the chats.
This is one of the best chats.
I know you guys are cracking me up.
Awesome.
I saw somebody talking about fantasy and something in there. We got to tackle that coming up too.
So I'm going to share this with you. This was my wife actually sent this to me. I'm going to refresh it, and I'm going to have to play it real quick so we don't lose any of the audio. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Turn it up loud.
Hold on. What is it? Oh, of course. I fucking suck at this. Let me do it again. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys.
Because the last time we did a video, it wasn't loud enough.
Yeah, I'm just trying. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me just click
volume. Do the volume.
Yeah. Again? Okay. All right, here we go. Boom. It should be nice and loud now. You ready? All right. Let me just center it. And this is for video purposes. Here we go.
All week, I've been fascinated with this billionaire trapped in the bottom of the sea in search of the Titanic. It'll take 6 hours to get there and only 8 hours of oxygen. Suspense. Will they live? Will they die? Duped by the fucking media again. Monday, the Titan is missing. Tuesday, there's a banging sound. Wednesday, they're running out of air. Thursday, oh no, we found the wreckage. But the entire time, they knew it was BS. U.S. Navy knew the sub already blew up on Sunday. But they distracted us again to hide the news cycle. What happened this week? Let's do a quick recap on what you missed. JP Morgan and Jeffrey Epstein emails were released, and now they have just mistakenly deleted 47 million emails. Joe Biden is undergoing an impeachment vote in the House, or at least trying. The Pentagon fat-fingered $6 billion to Ukraine. Hunter Biden gets a slap on the wrist while FBI whistleblowers are going missing. And John Durham had his congressional hearing this week regarding the Russia hoax. But I was so busy wondering about the billionaire who decided to go boating in a submersible soda can, missed it all. The Titan.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Yep.
How crazy is that, guys, out there?
I say, how many times have I said that? Whenever there's so much stuff in the media that's so distracting, look behind it. Always look behind it.
That just fucking blew me, because I knew that, like, especially the Hunter Biden thing, April.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about the Biden thing with impeachment. That motherfucker needs to be impeached.
Brother, well, they're just finding out
Did you
today.
see they're blacking out the media on RFK on everything that he's doing too.
Oh, of course.
Like they're trying to just completely black him out.
Apparently now Biden, check this out, guys. They're setting us up for this, and I'll tell you what I mean. And I guess we can end with this. This morning, there was a video that surfaced, or pictures that surfaced, with these like indentions in the side of Biden's face, and looked like a strap, right? So apparently, out of the blue, now I've never seen these before. Oh, but for years and years, he's suffered from sleep apnea. Don't be surprised if in the next month or two, I don't know, the old man dies in his sleep and we get President Kamala Harris.
Years ago, I said Kamala was going to be the first black female president.
I'm going to hit the music, man.
And then it was, okay, just female president. Since I thought we were going to have another female president by then, but apparently not, because everybody they run is a joke. We have so many good, strong females out there that could be president. And we keep getting these just terrible.
It's going to be Kamala, the Ugandan.
Sarah Palin. Then we got Hillary Clinton. And it's like, oh my God. You know, you got women out there that are good. You know, the Tulsi Gabbards and the Kari Lakes. And nope, they give us the bottom of the barrel each time.
Well, I'll tell you what. Even though we didn't have our guest on for the whole show, I don't think this show is bottom of the barrel. I thought this was a pretty good show. You guys out there, the chat, made it fantastic.
Yeah, you guys were a great chat tonight.
I really want to ask you guys, if you have any friends or family that like listening to stuff like this, or maybe are interested in, you know, open-minded conversation, but with a little fun, you know, send them our way. Tag them on tweets. Hit them up on Facebook. You know, hey guys, check out this show. This is really hot chick, and she's really fucking smart. And some fat bald dude, you know, that says funny things every once in a while, right? What do you think, April?
I'm gonna second that, because I've noticed lately, I feel like I'm being shadow banned on Facebook. The things that used to get a lot of attention, you know, a year or two ago, and tons of conversation, aren't getting any of that anymore. And I feel like now they want us either to pay or be verified or whatever in order to get that reach. So I'm going to ask you guys if you will help us with that, because quite honestly, I don't want another payment.
You know what?
So
fuck it. Tag me. I'll retweet you.
Yeah, I've worked really hard, and it would be nice if we could just go ahead and do that organically. So if you guys can let people know about the show, share it, retweet it when we do have the show on, share the link, you know, and do that and help us get it out there. That would be incredibly helpful, and we appreciate it a lot.
Let's do some math really quickly. We had 21 people in the chat, and there's probably still more than that in the chat, right? All right, 21 people. If each one of you guys retweet our tweets and 5 people sees that, what's 21 times 2?
21 times 2 is 42.
42.
Right.
And 42 times 5 is
200 and 25.
So if 5 people see those tweets, you get over 200 people that are, that are new, that may have never seen the show or heard of this show, maybe hearing about it or seeing it for the first time. You see how it kind of works? It kind of
See, the answer to life is 42.
It is math.
So everyone, multiple people are saying, please make a Discord.
All right.
For your fans. I don't know what that
All right.
is.
So here's the deal. I know what Discord is, but I would love to do it. I don't have time to run it.
Okay.
We would need somebody that is incredibly dependable, somebody that we totally trust, Winona, somebody that is smart, Winona, and somebody that
Winona's making things.
Oh, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing a name out there.
Wolf
Winona.
is saying connect to my Discord.
Does he have a Discord?
I don't know. Allie is saying the A Show Discord server, please. Allie says.
All right.
Allie, you're my online husband. You do this.
April, can you do me a favor?
Mark says I never see April on Twitter. Are you serious? Really? Because I got my new account back, and I have almost 30,000 people on there. So it's really weird that you never see me. That's depressing.
That's insane.
They took my verification off, of course, when they started charging though, because I wasn't paying. So that sucks.
Maybe we can talk. April, hit up Colin.
I know he doesn't. He's so busy. He just opened another store.
I know, but just hit him up to see if maybe he know, because I know there's a dude, not Marvelous Wolf, but Gammy Wolf, Gam Wolfers.
Yeah,
Gam Wolfers actually ran a couple of the Discords. He knows how to run it, but sometimes he's in and out. So if there's somebody that's really dependable that maybe might want to do that for us, that would be pretty amazing.
Yes, Alex, I am new to Discord. I am new to a lot of things.
And so you know what's
trying
cool?
To keep up.
Can I tell you what's cool with Discord? We could take calls from our people here.
Oh God, that would be so cool.
Can
we actually see them maybe too?
I don't know if it's video, but I believe it's audio phone call. So can you imagine like once a month or once every other month or maybe twice a week?
They could call in.
We can do like a call-in show where like the first hour we just do our shows, and then the second half we open the mailbag and we just we answer your questions, like talking to you. Like I would love to talk to you guys.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I can take phone calls here, but I'm not giving my goddamn number out to everybody. So let me work on that. Give me what is this? Give me until the end of July to figure this out. I think I can figure something. I have an idea that it just came into my head, and I'll tell you off air, and we'll figure this out. Sounds good?
Yeah, and if you guys have any suggestions or can help us with anything, please do. We love it. I know.
Cue the heavy breathing. Somebody calling in. What are you rubbing?
You know what's going to happen.
Anyway. All right. Can we go home here, young lady?
What are you wearing?
Nothing. Just a pair of boxer shorts and a smile.
What about your socks?
No socks, baby.
You're wearing your socks. Don't fucking lie to me.
Oh, stop it. April, can we say goodbye?
Yes, we can say goodbye. Thanks, you guys, for being amazing. I appreciate you.
Fucking
and
love
we
you
will
guys.
be live next Wednesday night at 7:00. Same time, same place, same boobies.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Mwah.
Love you guys.
Bye.